Hey, just a blast minute. Oh no, it's good. It's good. It's all good. No, they just took over. I thought they took over lots of my territory, but I think they've just took over those people. So bye. This might be good now. I can take over these guys, and they literally can't stop me. And I could force these guys out. I could force these guys back to here somewhere. Yeah, I might force them back here because that's a good place. Might take out all of this. It'd be nice if I could sort of take it here. But the thing is, what I was going on about was that in Byzantium, in normal vanilla EU4, it's completely messed up, totally messed up. It's usually like one province there, and a province there somewhere, or there, or whatever, and it just gets paved over by this massive Islamic horde. And it just goes, and then later that turns into the Ottomans. But if you always play Crusader Kings 2, they always sort of mess it up. I mean, they're quite strong at the start, but they still remain strong, but it becomes this weird jigsaw of countries, and they end up with bits all over, because there's pit up there as well. And it's weird, and it ends up here, and it's fragmented and everything. And also England never gets any better. Just Tyrone's done pretty well though. Why haven't they formed Ireland? I don't know, beats me. They Norse as well. They're Norse, wow. Interesting. I think England's about to become some Norse country in a minute. Yeah, Mercia. I think Mercia better kick Norway out of there, otherwise it's gonna be quite an interesting game. Well, I suppose it's even more interesting. I mean, the world isn't exactly, the world's sort of buggered up. It's always interesting when you import a CK2 game and everything's sort of messed up because one of the countries had no crown authority, so all of its vassals, just individual countries. I had that because I imported my Great Empire of Britannia game into this, and you know, all of the Holy Roman Empire was huge, stretched from there all the way down here where my mouse cursor is. And it was huge, and I owned a bit of France, but I was like, oh my god, in EU4 I'm gonna have such a hard time with them. And then I imported it, but what I realised was that they had really low crown authority. So what actually happened was that every little vassal, count, and duke they had was a separate country. So literally, it's pretty much like the vanilla game nowadays. Because in the vanilla game, you got a block of just really tiny German states. That's exactly what's happened because they've just all split up because nothing's keeping them together. Which is quite interesting. Of course, all empires break up eventually. It's just how it works in this game. I don't know if I mean, probably in real life as well, but this won't last. I doubt it. I mean, I can try, but it won't last. I don't know, maybe if that's sort of the fine thing of this game is actually making an empire last, because eventually it just collapses, you know. It's really hard in Crusader Kings 2 because you've got this massive empire and it gets really stretched out, and while you're fighting some war, for example, if you're playing Britain and you're fighting some war in Greece, while you're fighting a war in Greece, all your vassals decide to revolt. You have to cart your army all the way back or pay for mercenaries and fight it, and it just gets really annoying. Eventually you just get annoyed and you just give up trying to maintain your empire. You let bits go, you agree to no demands, it just sort of falls apart. But I mean, I tried with this empire to keep it as long as I was going. I think I got to maybe the 1200s, and I thought, listen, it's about to collapse, I may as well import it as it is. And obviously 2 years later, in game that is, this empire actually collapsed. Like, all of the Muslims rose up, all of the nobles like cheesed off rose up, and it was a mess. So I imported it 2 years before in game, obviously, and sort of saved my game, because this is why it's relatively nice now. I'm probably going to want to take these guys out. Tell you what, we're going to take these guys out now. Yeah, I'll just move these guys. I'll move this army down here. And I'll... Yes. We're going to do that because I'm bored. I know I said I'd wait for war exhaustion, but meh. Yeah, whatever. Stupid city zealots. Well, yeah, obviously not stupid, but annoying when you want to run an empire. Oh, don't worry, I'll get them some other time. Wow, was that worth it? Oh good, some of our extension is done. That's nice. Oh good, I probably would have finished my core construction by the time this war's over, which is awesome because then I can just take this over. That'd be fine. Awesome, everything's becoming Persian. Which is great. Although, I'm not a great fan of cultures getting wiped out, but I suppose that's how the game mechanics work. Well, actually, it's a mod. But, yeah. I'm not sure if, because in the mod it makes them spread naturally. Yeah. Because I think in the vanilla game you had to just tell it to change the culture, which got quite painful. I mean, if you have an empire this size, you want to keep telling it to change it. You eventually, first of all, you run out of people to, you know, you have to wait for them to convert it, and then it's just painful. And while that's going on, everyone's rebelling because they're nationalists. So, it's not the best way to run a country, admittedly. Oh, for God's sake. I don't have an army in there. I have to send it all up here. So what I like about this bit of my empire is that when I took it over in Crusader Kings 2, it was really just a bunch of messed up, what are they called? Tengri states? That was it, Tengri. And I took it over, and the thing is, there's relatively few provinces in it, in Crusader Kings 2. It's like one province here, one province there, one province there, one province there. 4 provinces, which is, you know, the same as 4 provinces over here, but because the provinces are so big, if I zoom out, that bit looks huge. And the idea is I did very little to conquer that because there was very little conquering to do, but as a result it makes your empire look 4 times as big. So sometimes it's relatively easy to make your empire look. I mean, all this was really hard to conquer. That was easy to conquer. That was easy to conquer. This was hard because you have so many sort of Islamic countries here, and then obviously when you use Holy War, Casus Belli, they're all allowed to intervene and everything. For God's sake. Yeah, it's the Uzbeks. That needs to change. Right, did I defeat them? Awesome, great, all good. And then new enemy, the Papal State, they cite cleansing of heresy. Really? Wow, is Orthodox trying to take over the universe again? I think I remember in one Crusader Kings 2 game I mended the gap, and Catholicism just got wiped out. And that was interesting. Everything just became Orthodox. Well, mostly everything. But yeah, it was certainly an interesting game. Awesome. There we go. If only I could do some culture changing, that would be nice. Oh, I don't know how Makedon. Oh, that makes sense. I was going to say I want to know how Abyssinia is Orthodox in the middle of a sort of Muslim area, but I just realised it's Makedon, and they are the same people who run the Byzantine Empire. Which makes perfect sense, really.